Hey guys, just in case you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Megan and today I'm going to talk about raising my son bilingually. Before I begin, I'd really like to ask you if you could write in the comments where you're watching from or where you're from. Anyways, thank you very much. So, growing up I was also raised bilingually. My mother is from Canada, technically, and my father's Greek, full Greek. I'm saying technically because her father was Swedish-Finnish who lived in Canada, and her mother is English. But she's got Canadian citizenship and she was raised to be Canadian, I guess, although she lived in all sorts of parts of the world growing up. It's a very complicated story. If you're interested, I can talk about it another time. So in our household, my parents only spoke English to each other and English to my sister and I. I did speak Greek with my father, when we're alone. I think it goes automatically. And of course with my father's mother, my grandmother, we spoke only Greek because she didn't speak English. So I was raised like that. We spoke about 80 or 90% English at home, and then we went to Greek school, so we naturally learned the Greek language like that. So it was very easy for us. I didn't find it difficult. I didn't find it confusing from what I remember. I speak both languages fluently and it's never really been a problem. I know I was a late speaker, but when I actually spoke, I said entire sentences and I spoke both languages right away. So I'm planning on doing the same with my son. The situation's a bit different with us because my husband is Greek and I'm bilingual. We live in Greece at the moment, so his side of the family speaks only Greek and we speak Greek to each other, so it's very hard to be able to speak English or Greek to my son. And I'm saying this because I've spoken also to his psychologist, and her suggestion from the research I've done, it's better to stick to one language so they can associate it either with, let's say me, I speak only Greek or English to him, or the same for his father, or associate it maybe with a location. So for somewhere else I can speak English to him then. So it was a bit complicated for me in the beginning. I'm used to switching languages. I go between languages very quickly. I don't even notice. I might begin a sentence in Greek and end up in English, or the other way around. So I had to be very careful of the way I'm going to speak to my son, which is a bit stressful for me at times because I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing if I forget. And so what I'm trying to do now is speak to him in Greek when I'm with his father, so he's got a consistent language there, and then we'll read English books together, or we'll do nursery rhymes in English together. And of course my mother, his grandmother, speaks only English to him, which is also a great plus, so he'll be learning English from her too. And sometimes when I put something on the television for him, I'll try and do it in English, so he gets English from there too, so he gets both languages. And I'm trying to limit it to so he can associate the languages with different things. I've noticed that when I'm talking to my mother in English, he'll notice that I'm speaking English at that time, that I've switched languages. So it's been actually a learning process for me, trying to figure out how I'm gonna balance everything so he doesn't get confused. I know that children are sponges. I mean, he'll suss it out. He'll know what is English and what is Greek in no time. I mean, already the few words that he says, he'll say the majority of the words he uses are in Greek, but he'll also use a few English words too. So I'm not worried about him being a late speaker. I was a late speaker too, and it was no problem. But I just want him to be able to associate the languages and distinguish between the languages, because what I was doing in the beginning, speaking both languages to him, I think, I don't know, maybe he couldn't understand even when he was even younger when I was speaking English or when I was speaking Greek, so he might have like the languages overlapped, so maybe he thought that, I don't know, certain words in English were actually Greek because I use them so often. So I've tried to differentiate the two languages as much as possible, because it's also very hard for me. I mean, even growing up, my sister and I, for example, would talk Greeklish basically to each other. We'd start a sentence in Greek or English and then switch halfway through, or if we can't remember a word in one language, we'll just, you know, say it in the other. So it's been a challenge, and I'm really excited and happy that he'll grow up automatically speaking two languages. He will be going to a Greek school, so but here in Greece they do offer English as a second language anyway, so he'll be speaking both languages in school, and I'm gonna actually encourage him to speak English as much as possible, and then hopefully introduce another language at some point. So that's my story so far. I'll let you know how it develops. I mean, he's only saying a few words now. He's 21 months, so his vocabulary is very limited, but I'll let you know how it develops. I'm guessing sometime soon he'll start saying more words. So yeah, that's the story right now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions, because I might have forgotten something, please let me know down in the comment section. I've also linked my social media and my blog down in the description box, and that's it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye!